safe place, food, school, and housing. It's a predatory, unfair system, makes men do the bare minimum. And this ain't to scare women. Lose your job, they seize your driver's license and your passport. And any unemployment income, you gotta report. A day late and $1 short. It's like they hate fathers with this child support. Come on. Who broke up my family? And it's not how we wanna be. Unhappy kids, sad to see. Got the system after me. Sometimes becoming a parent, there's no tutorial. And you could feel left out if you're non-custodial. We ain't even got custody, we must agree. They calling us broken dusty, but it's unjustly.
Tonight, we're talking about child support. Now, before anybody gets defensive, this conversation is not about attacking mothers. It's not about defending fathers who refuse to take care of their children. And it's definitely not about suggesting that children shouldn't be financially supported. Children deserve support, period. But here's the question. Does the child support system always accomplish that fairly? When court orders, wage garnishments, arrears, license suspensions, custody arrangements, and government enforcement into the picture, are we still primarily supporting the child, or we're supporting the system at that point? So tonight, we're going to separate parental responsibility from government policy. See, two things could be true at one time, people. Two things could be true at one time. Parents should be held accountable for their children, and the system holding them accountable should also be fair. So tonight, we put the child, the parents, and the system under the microscope. No one is safe tonight. So let's get into it. Hello, people. It's been a long time, haven't it? How y'all doing tonight? So I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the chat and see who we have in here tonight. Number 1, we have Erlisa. Thank you for joining in, Erlisa. How you doing tonight, girl? Number 1. Who came in after you? Ro, representing the number 2 spot. Thank you for joining. Eyes, Prince of the Talk box. What you looking at? Me? Thank you for joining. Thank you for coming in, good sir. Wilt in the house. Wilt in the house. What's happening? What's happening? Wilt, why you not coming in and say God is good? You know this is not you saying yo. God is good all the time. Wilt, stay in the role. Stay in your role, sir. Let's see. You starting already in this comment section, sir? Women need to start paying child support on time. Really? Oh, you done looked at the stats? I can't get nothing past you, huh? Derek, welcome in. Good evening, Derek and the Watson family. How y'all doing tonight? Thank you for joining and watching your girl tonight. It's been a while now. I feel a little rusty. So I got to work my way back into it. I got to find my groove, you know? Got to find my groove back. I feel out of place. Let's see. Prince, what you say, sir? Child support system gets paid off the money. True. Parents need to settle it out of court or be sexually responsible. That is the ideal. That is the ideal. Then there's life. Or then it's this. This is safe. That is safe. Swallow the kids. All right, Derek. Okay, yes. Y'all in here. Thank you guys for joining. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. I do not have a guest tonight. So if anybody in the chat feeling a little brave, I can send you the joining link if you're feeling a little brave and want to come in and talk about child support with me. Or Lisa, you owe me a show now. You owe me a show, or Lisa. Is tonight gonna be it? Ma'am? Is tonight gonna be it? Is this the show you're gonna join me up here on stage? You ain't got to cut on your camera. You don't have to cut on your camera if you want to leave it off. I'll wait for your response in the chat. Or if you want to call in, that's even better. I got the line hooked up tonight. It took me a little bit to try to figure it out, but I got it back hooked up. Who you lying to? Don't be lying to us tonight, Prince. Sure you are. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into the meat. Let's start this talk. I'm gonna be talking with y'all tonight. Let me look at my notes. See what I have here, how I want to start this piece off. So first off, what I want to talk about is, what is child support actually supposed to do? What do child support actually supposed to do? What are you guys' thoughts on this? I've heard different things, but it's really just simple, in my opinion, what child support is supposed to do. What's the purpose of child support? Put it in the comments section for me. Let's see. Prince, what you say, Prince? What's the number? It's on the screen, baby. It's on the screen. Yes, Lisa, I'm calling you out, baby. You owe me a show. It's either now or later. What you picking, girlfriend? Now or later? Prince, don't be asking what the number is. It's on the screen right there. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to finish up this bitter wine. It's been sitting up in the fridge since the last time I had the show, and I told y'all I ain't like it. It's sitting. It's been sitting up there. So let's see. So let's go ahead and get started, guys. Oh, we already started. I asked you guys a question. What child support is supposed to do? Like, what's the purpose of child support? See, child support supposed to pay my car note. Oh, cut it out. But you own to something. You are on to something now. Help the custodial parent take care of the child. Yep, that's simply put, straight to the point. I like it. I like it. Uncle Willie Nelson. I still got him here. You want him? Anybody else? Okay. So me, like I stated, the purpose for child support is very simple. Basically, it is making sure that your child's financial needs are being met. Period. Housing, food, clothing, healthcare, education, transportation. That's where that car note come in, Prince. Yes. Transportation, child care. If the child need to be put in daycare, child care, whatever, while you and the mother work, and any everyday expenses. All that costs money. All that costs money. The light bill, gas bill, whatever, that's part of housing. So the purpose of child support is very simple in my eyes. It just becomes controversial when when people start to get in their feelings. Yeah, when emotions come in. So the controversial is not really whether children deserve support. It's not whether the children deserve the support. It's how that responsibility or those finances should be calculated, divided, collected, or adjusted when circumstances change. That's why I think where the most controversy come into play. Let's see. Derek states, what'd you say, Derek? Sometimes child support is used as a weapon. Most definitely. That's when people get in their feelings, they use child support as a weapon. I agree. Oh, let's see, but most women and men don't use it for that. They buy a new. Oh well, they ratchet, sir. Them some ratchet people. They ratchet. I don't know if most of them would do that, but I've seen some women that do that. I've seen some, but most of the women that I've been around that got child support, they actually use it for the right thing. Former NBA player Paul Price, baby's mom, is asking for $29,000 a month. Woo! Do he got it, Derek? Huh? Do Paul Pierce got it? He got it like that? Or Lisa wondering how too. I want to know how. If he got it like that. School clothes. That's right. They're supposed to be used for school clothes. 29,000 a month for a newborn. That's ridiculous. Is his bank account big like that though? I don't know. There might be pennies in the bucket. Used to pay 10,000 a month. Yeah. Holly Berry. I remember that. She paid child support. And what? Trump paid 100,000. Is that a month or a year? What is that, Prince? Is that a month or a year? Okay. So he's saying his money ain't that long. He can't afford it. Yeah, she asked for money like he's still active, huh? I wonder if the court's going to grant it or not. We shall see if the system going to grant it or not. Let's see. Right, we will see. What Prince say? Oh, Prince think that he could probably afford it. He got millions. I might have to Google that. Now, y'all want me to, I want to know. Y'all got me all up in this man business. Let me see. What is Paul Pierce network? I want to know. I'm about to get in his pockets real quick. 80 million. His net worth is estimated to be 80 million. I don't know. That'll go fast if he paying that much. 29,000 a month. I'm not good with math. Let me see what the calculator say. How much is that a year? 29,000 times 12 months. Yeah, he got it. That's 348,000 a year. He got it. $250,000 a year. And he's worth roughly 80 million. He got it. He got it. Hey! You damn right. I be in the pocket. Let me see some. You're right. Nosy. Oh, we got Anthony Aubrey in the house. Welcome in, Anthony. Thank you for joining. If you feeling brave, Anthony, to come up on the stage, I will Facebook you the invite. I know from your past profession, your past career, you have some stories to tell. And guess what? We want to know. We want to know, Anthony. Come share them. All right, let's see. Oh, I don't know what Oprah will pay. Ain't she like a billionaire? I think so. Well, it seemed like he was set up and he fell right into that trap like a bozo. I definitely want to talk about that. We're going to get a little deeper into the show, then we're going to talk about that type of stuff, Derek. Even if you feel like coming up so we could talk about that type of stuff, come on up, bro. Come on up. Because I like to talk about stuff like that. I like to talk about, I want to talk about pussy management as well. So I wouldn't mind going back and forth a little serious debate with a male, you know, to talk about his penis management. Because that's where it starts with you. Can't nobody make you do what you, well, if they do make you do what you don't want to do, then that's a whole nother level thing. That's criminal shit right there. That's jail time, you know. But I'm just saying, normal shit. Can't nobody make you want to do what you don't want to do. I'm telling you now. Okay, so Derek confirms that Oprah is a billionaire. Yes, he is. He's definitely at fault too. Really? Oh, you oh, okay. Yep. Or Lisa see that other side. She see that sorry, penis management. And I could see both sides. I could see that pussy man and that penis management. What's happening, Kiki? Thank you for joining in, girl. Thank you for coming in. It's been a while, huh? I've been off the thing for a little bit. Seemed like for about a month or so. Being caught up in all these audits, and then I was able to go to Nebraska to see my grandson. Had a good time. Definitely for sure. Shout out to old Brosy. I guess my son will be here in a little bit. I sent him a link. He subscribed to the channel, so he should be coming in here in a little bit. Shout out to my fam in Nebraska. Let's see. You heard what I said. You heard what I said. It just sounds nasty to me. What do y'all say? Y'all say the P word or the V word? Y'all say, or do y'all say vagina? Y'all say penis or do y'all say? It just sounds nasty coming out your mouth, don't you? Like you just doing something you about to burn up in hell. Let's see, everyone gets pregnant from one time. That's true. That's all it takes. One time, baby. That's true. Exactly. I preach that first because that's your body part. You should be able to manage that. No, how you abbreviate it in the message, but you won't spell it all the way out. You know it sounds nasty when you say it. Both of them. Let's see. Every adult should. That's right. I'm on that. Every adult should manage themselves. There's their part. Be responsible for your private area. Don't blame it on nobody else. You did it to yourself. Yeah, you know some tricks, huh? Share it with the young bucks. Let the young bucks know what the tricks are so they won't get later on regret having all these children from different women. You got to educate the youth. Show them the tricks that you do. You don't have to expose it on here though, only if you don't want to. All right, so let's get back into the thing. I'm playing around with y'all like this, joking around with y'all. So let's see. So we talked about what child support actually supposed to do, and it's very simple. Taking care of the child's financial needs, which includes the basic, food, housing, clothing, health care, and so on. But the it's controversial when it comes down with the feelings getting into it. Like how it's supposed to be divided, who's supposed to collect it, and if things change, what we're supposed to do about that. Now, should child support be viewed as one parent paying the other parent? Is that what child support is supposed to be viewed like? One parent paying another parent? How's that mindset supposed to be? Me, I think no. Ideally, no, it shouldn't be viewed that way, because I think it should be looked at as coming together, make ends meet for your child. It's not really one parent paying another parent. I think that emotionally, people often see it as my money going to her. Is it? Your money is going in her hand for your child. Or she would say, oh, he owes me money. Do he? The money will be passed to your hand, but he owes the child. People just try to make things about them. Always about them instead of what the real thing is, which is the child. It's about the child. So having that type of mindset can turn something intended to be for the child into a financial battle between adults. And that's what Derek was talking about earlier. How some people use child support as a weapon. So let me ask you guys a question. Finish this sentence in the comment section. A fair child support system would do what? In your perspective, what is a fair child support system? What is an effective child support system? A fair child support system will do what? Tell me something. Love you all, little girl. Isaiah, please send that fat baby pictures. Yes. Yes, Kiki. Love you too. A fair child support system does what? Okay, the parents. The parents aren't as important as they present. I think that's what you must be texting and doing something else. You better not be driving and texting, sir. Let's see. Derek don't have kids though, correct? Derek, nope. Derek don't have kids. A fair child support system ensure that the child is being supported. That's right. This is what I think a child support system should do. I think that a fair child support system do put the child front and center. So with that being said, the policy should not punish a parent who run upon hard times and can't pay. That's what I don't like. So let's go ahead and talk about, is the system fair? Can you support a child support system while still criticizing it? Yes, because that's where I am right now. Like, I believe parents should financially support their children. And does not require believing that every policy, every calculation, or every enforcement mechanism is perfect. That's for sure. It's not perfect, true enough. So accountability should be applied on both directions. The parent should be accountable for supporting the system. Supposed to be accountable for supporting their children, and the government systems should be accountable for administering that responsibility fairly and effective. Should someone's ability to pay matter when child support is calculated or modified? I would say yes, because that's what the child support system, we can't get past that. The child support system is centered around income. They use each parent's income to come up with some calculations. But the difficult question comes in when circumstances change. And I've heard people's personal experiences with this. Like the child support system, it's set up, the payments are set up around their income, but as soon as they no longer have that income, they lose a job, reduce hours, they become disabled, they go to jail, life, things occur. And they say it's the hardest thing to do is to get a modification hearing. And you go in there and you tell them what's going on, and they still don't modify your shit. So now you're on the downside, expecting to. Okay, let's see. Hold on, Elisa. I think this is Elisa. Oh, thank you for calling Open Mics and Opinions. How can I help you? Okay, thank you for calling in, Elisa. What you got for me, girl?
Okay, so a few months back.
I think you got me playing in that background, Elisa. You might have to mute it.
Okay, wait. My bad. I forgot about that. Okay. Okay. I stopped. Okay.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. So a few months back, I was listening to this podcast, and they were talking about child support, and there was a lawyer from California on the show, and he also was on child support. But when you say that we can't criticize the flaws in the system, let me tell you exactly what this man said.
Okay.
He said when you go to court for child support, that we believe that the judge and the system is deciding who should pay what based on their income and ability. But he said the child support system was set up at its root to make sure that the person with the most income pays child support, because they take the taxes and stuff off that money, and they pay the police pensions and stuff. And so he said it don't matter how you slice it, the person who makes the most money is going to be the one who has to pay the most child support. It's never going to be equal based on a person's ability.
Wow.
And it makes sense to me for one thing, and I'm going to say this as a woman who had a child on child support.
Yeah.
I think all these women who feel like they shouldn't have to still pay rent and bills, that they would have had to pay whether that man was working or not, because they still had to have somewhere for their lazy sorry ass to live. They should still have to pay their own damn house note and their own bills, because it's their house note and their bills. It shouldn't be that this man got to go above and beyond to pay all this money so she could sit on her ass and brag about she got child support.
Mm, mm.
And I'm a 10-toes town on that record. I'm 59, so if I live for 20, 30 more years, I'm always gonna be right there. And I did get child support. And no, I didn't pay any bills with it. Jeremy still got that account right now with all that money in it going.
That is
And then
crazy,
I'm
Arlisa.
out.
Yeah.
I can't hear you now because I hang up so I can hear you on the screen.
Okay. Thank you for calling in, Arlisa. I appreciate you sharing that. Now, that I did not know. Guys, I just learned something. Arlisa just educated me on that. She said that no matter what, whoever makes the most, that's who's gonna pay the most in the child support. If not, the only one that pay child support. That's what she ain't say that. I threw that in. Okay. But she did say that whoever make the most definitely gonna be paying child support. Okay. Now I've heard that about whoever make the most, that's who gonna pay, the child support. But I was thinking that the other parent's income will be considered. Some, I think, I don't know, but that is crazy. Now that's some knowledge right there. And whatever the courts make off of that, that's what they pay the police officers and things with. They put it in a tax money pile and pay the government employees. That is crazy. And I do agree with her. I don't think the amount of child support per month should be as though they're living in the same household, together. Excuse me. I don't think the child support amount should be that much. But for what, I wish I had a man who on child support to be in this audience. Everybody in this audience on child support, god dog it. I'm trying to get some raw experience and situations. I want to know approximately what's the child support payments are. What's the child support payments are, and do they believe that it's fair? That's what I want to know. Because I've heard some horror stories. And I know y'all have heard some horror stories. If y'all want to share some, give a call in to share. Like Erlisa just called in and shared about that. I learned something. Thank you, Erlisa, for that. Yep. The courts, they getting paid. Everything is about money. One way or another. Yep, they pretend that the system is fair. I know for sure that system ain't fair. You got to be delusional, huh, Lisa, to think that system is fair. You got to be. Ain't no way. Let me tell you, I was 16 years old when I got pregnant, had my child at 17. I knew that my baby's father wasn't stable at that time because he was young as well, trying to develop and get himself together. I was young, you know? And they was like, oh, you better take him to child support. Put him on child support. That's what my friend girls was pushing me up to put him on child support. I say, so you want me? I say, I think somebody else was, I don't know, I ain't gonna say no name, but I think they was pregnant at the time or something. Or maybe not, maybe a little late. I don't know. But they was encouraging me to go to child support, put the man on child support. All I know, even though I know the man ain't got shit, why would I go up there and waste my time to put somebody on child support? I could have worked. Let's see. We got another people calling in, huh? I love it. Let's see who's calling in. Hold on. Please bear with me. Thank you for calling Open Mics and Opinions. How can I help you?
First of all, I would like to say that you look amazingly beautiful tonight. And we're talking about child support, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, girl. Look, you and I, we have so much in common and so much our friendship is kind of like solidified in our differences,
Mm-hmm.
correct?
Yes.
Okay. Child support is not fair to any woman doing the raising of the children.
Okay.
There's no way. Okay, so everyone I know who is getting child support is getting like $500 a month. And girlfriend, I know you've been to the grocery store lately. You and I have been eating super healthy and clean, correct?
Yes.
How much money we spending at the grocery store and we can't even buy lettuce or eggs? Like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
It's a setup. It's like a system set up, I feel as though, for single mothers to fail. Like, just enough to make them, like, get by, but, like, not enough to do what we all need to do to get by.
Okay.
Do you understand that? I'm like,
yeah. So
like, you are such, like, a success story. Like, I honor you. I look up to you.
Oh, thank
Like,
you, Kiki.
you and Isaiah, like, you did it right, you know? But, like, I also know you had a very strong family supporting, and, like, there's not a lot of women who have that, you know?
Right. That is. And
Like, that's, like, you had your mama, your little sister, your brother, like, you know, all your extended family. Not a lot of women have that. And up here, I feel like you and I feel alone.
Yes.
Correct?
That's true. It is.
Like, there's so many women who are, like, up here, and you're born and raised here, who are, like, trees. They're completely alone. Like, there's no community outlet. Like, there's no outlet for, like, moms to, like, I don't know, girl. Like,
now it is quite different up here, as we both agree on, because I think up here is more. Oh, let me not get started, because we have AKA.
I don't mean to, like, I'm not trying to change the subject. Like, I'm still trying to do, like, child support.
Yes.
Like, I'm just saying, like, $500 a month for a child is not enough money to feed him or her the nutritional value that they need to succeed. And we're only talking about nutrition.
That's right. And let's think.
Like, I'm not talking about organic BS like that. Like, I'm talking, like, fruits, vegetables, meat, cheese, like a well-balanced diet, in addition to, like, free lunches at school, which I also take into account. You know what I mean?
Right. Now, let's think about this, Kiki. Let's think about this. Okay, so the court system, as we were stating, was going off of income. So let's just say that it's fair. It's going off of male and the female's income. Let's say that it's fair, which I don't think it's fair. But I don't think they do it fairly. But let's say they do it fairly. They're going off of the man and the woman's income, and they decide that they're gonna grant the woman $500 a month because the male make a little more than her. So let's think about that. So I look at it as, no matter what your gender is, you still out here working in the same workforce, which is paying pennies. So we all.
Baby girl, how are you gonna feed your baby $500 a month and be well rounded on nutrition?
No way.
And this is like,
no way. You're gonna have to cut some corners.
It's not gonna happen.
You gotta cut some corners.
And I don't mean to sound a dick about it, but, like, I have spreadsheets about, like, you know, groceries and, like,
ain't no way. There's no way.
Everyone's like, the dads still all have to pay $500 a month, and, like, it's like, wait, where are we living? Let's talk about inflation. And, like, how, like, even if you own a home, like, your homeowner's insurance has gone up.
Yes.
The child's insurance has gone up, right? Like, you can't win, love. Like,
that's right.
And then the dads over here, and I'm not getting down on the dads. I don't think it's their fault, but I don't think they're gonna do any more than they're created, like, you know, or made to do.
Or any more.
And I say that with, like, respect, because all, like, the dads that, like, I don't know. I also know a lot of dads who have not been taken to court and give as much as they can to their kids. Like, they're doing, like, co-parenting, you know? I will give all the men, like, that, like, how do I say it? Like applaud. Like there's a lot of men out there who are doing what they need to do, and like those are not the men that I'm speaking of right now. However, there's still the men
right.
that are like, oh, $500 a month, like, you know, that's not enough, Tree. That's not enough for a nutritionally sound diet.
Mm-hmm. And guess what,
Kiki? With medical insurance.
Right.
Like,
but let me say this, Kiki. It's not enough on either side. Not with the man giving, because he's stretching out to afford, because you got to keep in mind, child support is for parents that don't live together. Now, for people that live together, let's say you got the parents that's living together, they get to save on everyday expenses, and then everything would go in that one household. But if you're not living together, you got to pay your own bills, plus you got to force extra out on that end. So
I am like crying over my grocery bill every day, and I'm like, oh my God, like how are we gonna do this?
Inflation is a mug, and like let me put this up here because I'm not gonna say it myself, but this is what it's coming down to in this world. It's this right here, what Mr. No Weapon say. You see what I got on that
Francisco? No, I'm outside grilling burgers. You know me, I'm outside grilling burgers.
You don't have me on.
Wait to have our date.
Kiki, you don't have me on speakerphone, do you?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Okay, because I'm about to say something.
You don't say. You say what you need to feel. You need to always say express yourself.
So, Mr. Noel, you know, Mr. No Weapon that was on here, Mr. Noel, he puts this in the chat.
Favorite.
Yes, he said, this is what is going to help. Stop fucking raw.
Well, oh, totally. I mean, but like, I was a married woman. And then kids still eating me out of house and home.
Yes, and baby, when they grow,
we plan for them kids. Like so you can only imagine like the single moms and like the people that didn't plan for that, and it's not anyone's fault. I believe that every soul is supposed to be here if they're here.
Yeah.
And we're gonna nurture them completely, and we're gonna do all we can as a community to support them. And like, I mean, I don't even know. Like my baby sister got knocked off, and Elijah, my nephew, I promise you, Tree, he saved her life. Like he saved her life, and she wasn't young. She wasn't 16. Like she was in her 20s.
Yeah.
But like if she wouldn't have Elijah, she would be on a very different path. And between you and I and everyone in the community that's listening, I don't know that she'd be here.
Oh.
You get it?
Yes. So having that child was a blessing and gave her some extra reason to live.
Exactly. Because she was on the wrong path, my love. Like she was on the wrong path, and then a kid will snap you back into reality real tight.
Yes.
But then when they get here, okay, we gotta support them. And we have to support their mothers. Like, there's no maternal support after you have a baby. Like, postpartum depression is a huge deal. Yes, mother's nutrition. Like, if you breastfeed, like, it steals all the nutrients out of your body. Like, you gotta, like, support your body.
Yeah, you have to rebuild all of that.
I don't find that there's any maternal, like, programs for that.
Yeah, I think any type of program, Kiki, I agree, Kiki, and it's the world. It's the world that's going down like that. They're not investing anymore in all of that. And they're not helping, keeping prices at a decent range. Again, I think that was Lisa that put in the chat that
baby formula is $50 a bottle. Like, how are you gonna get your green juice?
We can't.
Which is tainted with diarrhea anyway. Like, I hate to be so like, all I want is a salad, Tree. I just want to eat a salad.
You are something else. Now,
no, I'm not. I'm being honest. Like, I feel like you understand that, Like, we gotta take care of the babies. The babies are the ones that are gonna carry us. And I feel like they're gonna be like the enlightened ones. Like, this next generation of babies, like, they get it. They're weird. Like, they know stuff. they're special.
Now,
Like,
this is what I
I'm
think.
weird, but like
Now, this is what I
they're
think
the
about this.
crystal children.
Yeah, now this is what I think about the system, Kiki. I believe the system should be fair, and it should be fair in a way that is a workable way to determine between when someone is intentionally avoiding responsibility and when someone who's financially off legitimately cannot afford to pay what the courts are asking them to pay. Now,
Agreed.
and I think
Agreed.
it shouldn't be a gender difference in that. I don't think, because I've seen some that just that say the courts will say, "Oh, you the male, and yeah, you don't make as much as her, but she has the child with her, and we still gonna order you to pay such and such amount." And
yeah, but then like I can't imagine sharing my kid. Like if anything would ever happen to Scott and and then like I had to like let him go with him for the weekend, and I went there. He doesn't watch the kids good. He's not that good at watching the kids. Like I'd be such like a nervous wreck, but I'd have to like let that go.
Yes, practice make perfect too. The more you leave him,
think about that.
The more you leave him, he will learn.
Right,
he will learn.
But now I was like, they can swim now, so like I'm feeling a little bit better about it. Like they won't drown. But when they're little, it's just like that maternal instinct is so strong. Like I think the baby should be with their mama.
Yes.
Especially when you're breastfeeding. I don't think a breastfeeding mother should relinquish their child while she's breastfeeding the child. Do I think a child should be breastfed until they're 4? Absolutely not. Like,
well, the way as we
one and a half, like that's it, like off the tip.
Yes. Now, as we talking about,
you hear me.
Yes. Now, Kiki, as we talking about child support, I know we wouldn't want the kids to be feed that long, but the way the inflation going and this child support and this workforce going, that might be how we live in the future. Baby's gonna have to.
I'm gonna
stay on that titty.
Girlfriend, I got you.
Longer than usual.
It's not going good, but I'm trying to grow plants.
Yes.
All right. Take another caller. I love you so much. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Kiki. Thank you for calling in.
Love it.
Bye-bye.
Bye, girl.
All right, people. That's one of our regulars, Kiki, in that chat, calling in, sharing her perspective and her thoughts wrapped around inflation, the cost of living, and the cost of eating. Nutrients. That's out the window. I'm telling y'all now, that's out the window. The way these costs is, some gonna have to give, baby. Y'all know how we do. Rub our little pennies together to make something out of nothing. That's what we're gonna have to do. We have to give up, because it's the men that's in the inflation, it's the women in the inflation, it's the moms in the inflation, it's the fathers in the inflation. We all in inflation, right? We all in this shit together. So we got to make the best of it and do the best we can, right? Like the prince say, what did he say? He said he needs some damn nutrients too. You need some nutrients? Yes, indeed. We all need some nutrients, right? See, perfect. Practice make perfect. That's true. Come sell me some. You got some food stamps? I'll buy some from you. Come sell me some. So let's see here. So let's move on, guys. Thanks to Kiki from calling in and sharing her viewpoint. Let's talk about 50-50. So when people have like 50-50 custody, why is someone still paying? The kid is with me 50%. The other 50% is with the daddy. Why is somebody still paying child support? Now, here's the deal. Here's the deal. Just because the parents have 50-50 custody, that doesn't necessarily mean that their income is equal. Equal parenting doesn't necessarily mean equal financial resources. So depending on the state, check your state regulations, depending on the state, income differences and other factors can come into play with all this. Support obligations when parenting is shared. So this is what I believe. So I thought if parents have 50-50 custody, then there's no child support. Okay. That's legitimate, right? That's legitimate. So let's see. Yep, the corrupt system. The corrupt system. That's why. I could have sworn if somebody have 50-50 custody, it should be no child support. You know. So it comes to my mind is like, how should financial responsibility change when both parents are providing home for the child? Both parents are providing food, transportation, daily care for roughly equal amounts of time. Each parent is doing that. So why child support is needed? Would you support lower child support payments when parenting time is 50-50? Let me know in the chat. What y'all think about 50-50 custody? Should there be still child support? Let me know what y'all think. When it's 50-50, should it still be child support? What you talking about, Willis? Alisa says no. Yeah. 50-50 custody. I don't believe it should be child support. Why? For what? Better rework them numbers. Make it work. Make it work. Make it work. We all just trying to survive out here, man. We all just trying to survive out here. The reason being is because when you have two separate homes, each parent is providing the basic needs for the child when they have the child. That's the purpose of child support, is to make sure the basic needs are supplied for the child, right? So if that's all that's being done and y'all doing it equally, there's no need for child support. I agree with Lisa on that. We on the same page with that. There's no need for child support, because eventually when you have two people paying for their own things and now you still have to pay for the child support, how long can you keep that up? Eventually that money is going to be coming short. Then eventually you might end up getting behind in arrears. And let me ask the chat this, because I'm pretty sure y'all know somebody who's on child support or been on child support. What does the system do to people who own child support, who pay child support, and they are unable to make the payments and they get into arrears? How do the system hold them accountable? What do they do? What are some consequences to that? Let me know in the chat. Currently, the current child support system that we have, when the person is paying the child support and they get behind on their child support, what are the consequences? Put some of the consequences in the chat. What y'all think? I know some of y'all have heard some horror stories. What y'all think? Let's see. Are they supposed to take away their ability to work? Now, ain't that a motherfucker? Isn't that something? I'm struggling to pay child support and take care of myself. And the system is set up in a way to take away my ability to work. Is that holding somebody accountable for financially for taking care of their child? Or is that punishing a person for legitimately running short on taking care of their child at the moment? That's punishment to me. How am I supposed to get out of arrears and take care of my child when you are garnishing my paycheck, or when you're suspending my license, or when you're placing me under arrest? How am I supposed to work to take care of my child then? Mhm. How am I supposed to take care of my child then? That's punishment. That's not holding anybody accountable. They're messing up them people's lives. They messing up lives, and the child is not at the front of the table with that. There's no way they're keeping the child's best interests at hand by doing that to the person who fell short in paying child support. There's no way. I want you guys to let me know. I know I've had some horror stories where men would say, "Oh, I lost a job. I'm not getting as many hours. I'm not making as much money. I do have a job, but it's not paying me as much money as the job I had when I first got on child support." I've been to multiple modification hearings and have been denied. Have you guys heard of that from some of the men who or women who fell victim to the child support system? They actually went about it the right way by requesting a modification, and it takes forever for them to get a hearing scheduled. And then when they go to the hearing, the judge denies the modification. Have you guys heard anyone that's in the system for child support go through that? And what are your thoughts on that? What are you guys' thoughts on that? Mm-hmm. Yup. That's the way the system goes. Mm-hmm. Roro says, "Yep," and it's sad. It is sad, Roro. That's crazy, ain't it? Yep. Mm-hmm. It's bullshit. I don't get it. I bet you with the child support system, let's see. Derek says, "I know a guy who couldn't afford anything because of child support." Exactly. Because once you get in that system and you go and life be lifing, them people are coming for everything that you got. They coming. They want to keep you down. They want to keep you down. Yep. Now, now look at Roro's comment, guys. Roro said that some are good fathers. Let's talk about this. Being financially responsible for your children, does that equal being a good father? Reason I ask, because Roro says she's known men who got put down by the system like that, got trapped in the system like that, but they are still good fathers. Being financially responsible for their child, is that all that's needed to be good fathers? No, it's more than that. Just like the song that I selected tonight for the intro video, in that rap, the man said that the system is holding fathers to the bare minimum, which is being financially responsible for the child. That's the bare minimum. Being a good father is more than that. But if that man is on child support and he's trying to meet those child support payments and things, I can see and imagine that that man will most likely not be able to spend as much time with the child because he's working many hours or multiple jobs to make those child support payments, to paying for his freedom. He's paying the child support payments because he want to remain free. So he's working multiple jobs to make sure he don't fall behind on child support, because once that happens, that shit is over. It's going to be hard to bounce back from all of that. So with that being said, the man is being financially responsible, but he's not a good father because he's not there to form that bond and spend time with the child. Just getting them all wrapped up into the system. Imagine that. Not all of us on child support right now. And how many days a week do we work? How many hours a day do we work? How many days are we at home with our children? How many hours do we spend with our children to form that bond and love them? And we ain't even much on child support. We're not on child support. We spend most of our time at work with coworkers than we do with our own family, at home with our families and with our children. The system is set up that way so you can have housing, electricity, some food to eat. We got to get out that door at least 5 days a week, 5 to 6 days a week, working 8 to 12 hours to get a paycheck that's going back into the bills, back into the food, back into the transportation to remain comfortable in this America. And we ain't on child support. Imagine on child support. Okay. Roro say that my husband is in that. I mean, look at me. I want to put you out there. I'm trying to marry y'all too. Isn't that something? I'm trying to get y'all married. My boyfriend is in that situation currently, and he's a good father. I wish I could have had him on this show so we could talk about child support. Where he at? We need a real man that's on that child support to let us know. The system is really corrupt here in the United States. It is. It is. See, the system doesn't give a damn about the children. Sure don't. Don't give one good bit about them. Not one good bit. Now, so let's talk about the system a little bit more. Okay, so earlier when I stated that the system needs to be more fair, and fair like in a workable way to determine the difference between a parent who refuses to be financially responsible, and a parent who legitimately cannot be financially responsible in the way that they're looking for because of their current situation. So put that in your mind when I ask you this. Should there be a difference between those two type of parents, the one who won't pay and a parent who can't pay, and how the system handles it? Do you think that the consequences for those two type of parents should be one more harsh than another? Or no matter what, the system shouldn't get that harsh with an individual because of their low morals? See, I'm still torn between the system trying to control or punish people for their morals. Because I look at that as a moral thing. If there's a parent that had a child and they don't want to pay child support or pay for the child, to me, that's more moral than anything. But we have the government involved in this because they don't want to pay. So they get involved in this to punish people, but there's no way they're set up to determine this person really can't. Well, they can get set up that way, but they choose not to get set up that way to determine this person really can't pay versus this person just really don't want to. They can get it set up fairer than what it is now for sure, but they don't want to because it's a cash money thing. I believe that the system should not have so much power to punish an individual for something they choose not to do in this manner. That's where the other people involved will have to just be more strict. Like I said, when I had my child, I know the father wasn't financially stable. We both were young. I was in the same boat as him, to tell you the truth. So how can I say, yeah, I'm like you, but guess what? I'm going to take your ass to court for child support and you're going to pay, mother. How am I going to say that I'm like that? But it's a lot of women. It's a lot of women that do that. And I was a teen when this happened. I had more sense to say, okay, I'm young, whatever. How am I say I'm going to put this man in the system when I'm the same way too? I'm the same way. I don't have my shit together. I'm still trying to graduate school so I can get that diploma so I can go to college and get a higher degree and then get out and get a good job. I'm still in the making. And so I'm going to take time out of my day and say, oh, well, you ain't got this and you ain't got that. I'm going to take you to court and get it. Taking them to court doesn't mean that they're going to miraculously turn into what you want them to do and do better than you. To give you their shit for your child, for y'all child together. I think things could be handled better outside of courts. But that requires maturity and logical thinking on both parts, on both ends. So sit down and say, hey, let's work out a little something. I might not be able to contribute financially, but I'm able to contribute with childcare. We ain't got to worry about childcare because such and such and such a watch our child for basically nothing. His family member watch the child for basically nothing. And that's actually contributing financially. Have y'all checked the cost on childcare? That's a mortgage. Childcare is a mortgage. So if you have someone that's willing to watch a child for pennies or nothing, that's financial support. You're saving, So we have to get out of that mind frame. Child support is financial. Child support is way more than finances. You know? What y'all think about that? Let's see. Derek states that the system should be more lenient on an individual who's trying to find work and can't pay child support. I agree, Derek. They should be modifying, giving people postponements or something. How they supposed to pay when they ain't got no money? The system should say, don't come in here with another baby mama or another baby daddy. Now that's a good idea. I like that one. Once you go on child support, you come through all of this, don't use the system now. Don't keep coming to the system to trying to reinforce, because how many times you going to keep doing that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you knew. You ain't learned from the last one how to do. You ain't learned from that how expensive a child is. And the way the world is set up, it's not like it's high paying jobs out here. More jobs available in anyways. Let's look at today's situation. Anybody who have a job right now is blessed. The way this economy is going and workforce is going. You know, people have been unemployed for months trying to find another job because jobs aren't being created as much as they were. We all in this, male and female, we all in this. There's no gender privilege in this. Derek states that he knew a lot of women who kept having kids with a deadbeat and still kept having kids by him. Preach on that, Derek. So why is that? And they would go try to put that deadbeat on child support, knowing he ain't got nothing. Just go put him in the system, huh? But complain that he wasn't paying child support. There you go. You answer my question. There you go. You answer my question. That's true. Why you keep having these babies from this man knowing he ain't got nothing? And then wasting your time going up there to the child support. They ain't getting it either. If he ain't got nothing, they ain't getting it and you ain't getting it. So why you wasting your time going up there for it? You know, work on that pussy management. You got to tighten up your games, lady. You got to tighten up your game, ladies. I mean, that's the way I've always done. You have one time to tell me, did blase, blase, blase. But when you do it again, I'm going to say, okay, so this is the same situation that just happened. How's it going to come out? What's the outcome? How's it going to come out? You already know. You done been through this. Yeah, I'm a little hardcore with that. I'm a little hardcore. Let's see. Remember that? Yes. Had 30 kids from 12 baby mamas and didn't have a job. I remember that. What type of women are he getting pregnant? That's what I want to know. What type of women is allowing this man to get them pregnant? I'm assuming that the type of women that he's getting pregnant is the one that's like just have babies and bitch about it. They're not worried about doing any type of preventative work or whatever, maintenance work on themselves. They just want to have babies and bitch about it, just to talk about it. That's what I think. Those type of women. Somebody look it up. He said that he told them that he was broke. Oh, really? Oh, wait 1 minute. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. 30 kids, huh? 12 baby mamas.
After it,
Let me see. Hold up. 30 kids, 12 baby mamas, and broke. What type of stuff that man got? That's what I'm trying to figure out. What he got? Um, was the man from Tennessee, Derek?
A man in Tennessee has 30 children.
He from Tennessee? Let's see. Oh, he from Florida. This guy from Florida. Baby, they got one from Tennessee. Let's see if I can find the one from Florida. Let's see how this man must be. Maybe they just wanted him for how he look or something. They just want their kids to look a certain way. Mm. Yeah, I don't see him. But it is this man, and this man is not good looking. This man is not good looking. Let's see. Okay, this is what not to do. And it's from the lady side and the man side. We're gonna talk about this. Hold on. It's not the guy that you're talking about, Derek.
so I don't know, like,
It's not the one that you're talking about, Derek. But since we're talking about multiple kids, okay, Desmond Hatchet. All right, let me see. Desmond Hatchet. Let's see. Let's see if I can pull some up. Mm-hmm. Damn, he a bad man, ain't he? He more than that. Hold on. He more than having all them damn kids. Hold on. We're gonna watch this real quick. It's for 8 minutes and it'll take us on out of here. Let's see. Oh, yep, we done made our hour. And it's gonna take us on out of here. Let's watch this real quick. We're gonna close off with this. I mean, we could talk on child support for like 2 to 3 hours, I know for sure. But I'm gonna show this guy, because baby, he got more than that going on. And all these women that allow this type of guy to impregnate them. Come on, women now. We should know better. We should know better with this one. So let me share this real quick. Let's share screen. All right. The browser has blocked your screen. Really? Why? Okay, let's try again. Hold on. Gonna talk about this man. He's a bad mug. And he's not cute. So I'm trying to figure out what he got, personality? Okay, here we go. Let me put it on the screen. Let's see if I'm gonna get it to play.
Will Puckett inside the WVLT Now desk. I'm going to pause just for a couple of seconds as more people can get on this live feed as we break down a little bit more of what that Knoxville Police Department is asking for the public's help in finding. Again, we'll pause just for about 20 seconds or so to let a couple of people get on this feed into almost earlier this morning.
I'm fast forwarding.
So again, Will Puckett inside the WVLT Now desk. I'm going to show you a mugshot sent to us by the Knoxville Police Department of Desmond Lanier Hatchett. Hatchett is a gentleman that the Knoxville Police Department is asking the public's help in finding him right now on charges of rape, aggravated burglary, and aggravated assault from a February 11th, 2001 incident. Now, the newsroom got to talking earlier this morning, and Mr. Hatchett's name became very familiar to individuals working in this newsroom who have done it, who have been here for years, and it specifically dates back to a 2009 story that WVLT did on Mr. Hatchett. Desmond Hatchett, this is video from that 2009 court appearance. Hatchett appeared in Knox County Court on an issue involving child support for 21 children. And again, this was back in 2009. 21 kids that he appeared in court for to discuss child support payments. Many of them, we don't have an exact number right now, but many of them involved separate mothers. And so at the time, Hatchett said that he was working a minimum wage job, and it apparently is Tennessee law that you can only garnish about 50% of a person's daily wages. And so some of those mothers in that case were receiving less than $2 a month to take care of some of Hatchett's children. Again, in 2009, 21 children connected to Mr. Desmond Hatchett. Again, he is an individual wanted by the Knoxville Police Department for a February 11th, 2021 incident of alleged rape, aggravated burglary, and aggravated assault. This again is Mr. Hatchett, the most up-to-date booking photo that the Knoxville Police Department could send us. And so again, I talked about just a little bit ago that Mr. Hatchett, we went through his criminal record, and this is almost 100 pages of information on previous arrests, previous citations that he may have received, all from the Knoxville Police Department. We do have information on what the KPD is looking for on our website, wvlt.tv. And so you can go again to that or the handy dandy WVLT News app and find out all the information. Again, there is a mugshot of Mr. Hatchett and what KPD is looking for him and why they're looking for Mr. Hatchett. So in this almost 100 pages of information, it ranges from court cases of aggravated assault in a domestic sense to aggravated stalking, and in about the middle of Again, this stretches from 1999 all the way now to 2021. And so what I'm holding is almost 22 years worth of arrest information on Desmond Linear Hatchett that KPD is looking for right now.
Well, that's enough. Y'all got the idea. Y'all got the deal about this monster. Y'all have the idea. So there it is. Did y'all hear it? Desmond Hatchett, 21 kids, 17 different baby mamas, broke. And they keep having kids from his man. And I don't know, it's definitely not the genes. Ain't nothing special about that. It's not the genes they was trying to have a kid for. And they put them on child support and they're getting $2 a month. $2 a month for the child. Well, that's what the court order says. I'm pretty sure he's not paying even $2 a month for him. 21 kids, $2 a month. Tennessee law, 2 times 21. How much he paying? $42 a month. That's what Tennessee law got that man paying $42 a month for 21 kids. Each kid get $2 a month. Ladies, we got to do better. We got to do better. This can't be real life, huh? This can't be. This can't be. Damn. So what y'all think about that? Who's responsible for this? Each one. He's responsible for his part that he played in it, and the women are responsible for that. Because if you live in Tennessee, and I'm assuming that they all live in Tennessee, and his name is out there knowing he got this kid, or he used to talk to so-and-so, he used to talk to Keisha, Danielle, and whatever. Trust me, it's no secret this man got all these kids. And he started meeting more women and getting them pregnant and having kids too. We got to be careful, goddamn. Gotta take my glasses off on this one. What's going on out here? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. That's crazy. So who have the most blame in that? What y'all say? And now he up here breaking in people's homes and forcing himself on them. That's crazy. And I'm pretty sure it's probably one of the baby mamas. He want that control. And he wasn't getting that. So he went ahead and forced himself in and on the woman. Before I get into the final reflection, what y'all thoughts are about that situation? Desmond Hatchett. Anybody comment in the chat? Then I'll let y'all go with the final reflection. Do y'all have anything to say about Desmond Hatchett? Okay. Lisa says that he's exhausting. I agree. Hey, everybody hit that like button. That's right. Thank you, Derek. Thank you. I got 7 people in the chat. 7 people watching. Please hit that like button before you guys leave. Check and make sure to see if you subscribe. Because I've heard, like, for YouTube, I don't know if it's the system, the AI, or whatever it may be, is unsubscribing people from the channel. So if you could check and make sure that you subscribe. If you're not, go ahead and subscribe now. Check and see if you've liked this live. If you haven't, go ahead and like it now. You feeling a little fancy? Want to go a little extra? Go a little overboard? Go ahead and share now. Share the live. Yes, the women are stupid. I agree. Poor choice. Okay. when I've been on chit-chatting it up with you guys about child support and pussy management and penis management. We talked about a lot. We talked about a lot in this hour and 30 minutes. So I want to thank you guys again for joining me. And I'm going to go ahead and close it out with the final reflection. For those who've been in and out of the live, this is the time where you listen in and get the summary of what you missed. So here we go. At the end of the day, this conversation should never become men versus women. It shouldn't be mothers versus fathers, and it damn sure shouldn't be parents versus the government. The person who has the least control over any of this is usually the person who matters the most, and that is the child. Parents absolutely have a responsibility to financially support the children they bring into this world. That shouldn't be controversial. But accountability and fairness can exist in the same sentence. A system can require parents to do better while we simultaneously require the system itself to do better. If a policy creates more conflict, more instability, and more financial dysfunction without improving the life of the child, then we should be willing to ask whether that policy is accomplishing its purpose. So maybe, just maybe, the real question isn't who should pay. Maybe it's what arrangement gives this child the greatest opportunity to be financially secure, emotionally supported, and meaningfully connected to both parents whenever that's safe and appropriate. Child support should never become about winning against the other parent. It should be about supporting the child. So we need fair guidelines, shared responsibility, real accountability, and the children first. If the system isn't accomplishing that, you know what you need to do. Because we can't count on the system being fixed. But you can definitely count on yourself. Let's take some self-responsibility. Let's look into yourself and see what can you do to make the life of your child better. And make some responsible choices when it comes down to the activities on how children is graded. So until next time, stay raw, stay honest, and ready for the next conversation. See you guys in 2 weeks. Have a good evening.
Hurt love is just the pain that I feel. I said it's hurt love. It's just the pain that I feel. I gave you too many years of my life and you played with me cause you had it shook with me. Yeah, you told me that you love me and you always be there. Then you came around and played like you really didn't care. I gave you all